Your success is largely dependent on your ability to shut out the voice that tries to talk you out of action. There will always be reasons to go back to the drawing board, but it's impossible to intellectualize your way to a goal. Sometimes you just have to jump. There is one idea that I want to beat into your head today. It is the one thing that you need to understand if you're ever going to find success. If you don't understand this, you will jump from one thing to the next. You'll wait for the perfect opportunity. You'll never actually make progress because you'll just be continually looking for the secret sauce, the method, the next thing that is gonna make you rich, and that doesn't fucking exist. So it's really easy when you're trying to start anything new to think you need to plan how it's gonna look every step of the way. You need to map out exactly what you're gonna do to get to 10K a month, and then 20K a month, and then 50, and then 100. You can just sit there planning for fucking eternity. But that is not a substitute for action. The only way that you can learn just about anything is on the fly. Yes, you can study. Yes, you can learn. You can watch videos. You can buy courses. You can do all of this stuff, and that helps. It can help, but there is no substitute for action. And if you don't understand this, you will never be successful. This is really the one thing that I wish I internalized earlier, because it would have made my success happen so much quicker. So if you're on the other side of the screen and you're watching this and you want to start some kind of business, or you're trying a business but you don't really have that much success yet, I want to fully articulate my journey and how everything kind of happened on accident. And you can see how action just created these opportunities. It was the fact that I was moving, I was doing shit that eventually led me to the right position, the right situation, and the right vehicle where I now had leverage and I could make more money. But it wasn't this like methodical plan. I'm not a fucking master of the universe. I cannot see 10 steps ahead. I took one step that led me to the next step, that led me to the next one, and then everything just comes to a perfect storm. So when I first started a business, it was during COVID. And we were all like locked away at home, and I wanted to start making money, and I started just kind of dipping my toe in the water. I'm looking at different online business models, but then I remembered I kind of have this videography skill because I had tried to do vlogs in high school. So I was like, wait, I already know how to do videography. What if I just go to like local businesses and say, hey, I'll make you a couple videos a week or a few a month, and you just pay me a little retainer. So that's how I first made like my own money. A $500 a month retainer, and I was over the fucking moon. And in that process, I learned that that's how business works. You go to somebody, you solve a problem that they have, and they pay you in exchange for it. Now, because this wasn't like a high leveraged opportunity, me making videos for a personal trainer wasn't gonna make him tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars, then I could only charge $500. But that instilled that idea into my head that like, okay, I can learn a skill, I can become valuable, and then I can go pitch people that might need that skill. So once I understood that, that led me into the SMMA space. So if you know like the typical local lead gen model where you run Facebook ads for a local business, you help them convert more of those leads, and they pay you a monthly retainer. I was like, oh, I can do this for basketball trainers. So I started prospecting into basketball training groups on Facebook, and I got some clients, and this is after probably a month worth of like learning about the actual skill. So I learned about copywriting and running ads and how to set up Go High Level on the back end to help them convert more of those leads. And I was like, okay, I'm ready to go get a client. My first client that I ever got, I had him on a 30-day free trial. And then we started working together, we started to get some results. More importantly, I'm starting to get reps. I'm starting to understand how businesses operate. I'm starting to get better at copy and just understand how to sell somebody anything. So over the next year and a half, I continued to run this type of business. I would get more clients that were basketball trainers, and they'd pay me $1,000 a month. I would run their Facebook ads, and I just stacked a lot of skills in that process, because not only was I having to run ads and do stuff for them, but to get my own clients, I had to write my own copy. I had to prospect. I was running ads to get clients for my business. So think about all of the fucking skills that teaches you. Because I'm wearing so many different hats, because I'm doing so many different things, I now am a marketer. I'm now skilled. I now actually understand how this shit works because I wasn't trying to fucking map out how it all works. A problem would come up, or I'd have to learn something new because a client would come to me and say, hey, I'm having this problem, how can we solve it? And boom, I'd watch a couple YouTube videos and figure it the fuck out. That's actually like the main lesson that I learned pledging a fraternity. Was our motto was figure it the fuck out. This is business. This is the same shit, bro. I'm telling you. But anyway, after running this type of business for about a year and a half, I became a skilled asset. I became somebody who was valuable. And in that process, I'd also started building my personal brand on Twitter. I was just writing tweets about my business and stuff I found interesting, and that led me to connect with a lot of people in the online business space. And once I reached a point in the basketball trainer marketing agency, I was making like roughly 15 to 20K a month, but it wasn't that scalable. Like it was just, there were a lot of complications that came with that business model. And I started to think like, oh, maybe I should start something different. And at that point, again, I had all these skills, so like it wouldn't be that hard to just apply that skill set into a different vehicle, into a different field. So I started to pitch people who weren't just the typical local basketball trainer that I've been working with. I was going after people who were selling info products because I knew that there was more money in that space. Like people are paying for online coaching and online training, and because I knew basketball, I started there again. So I got a couple clients who were selling online basketball courses. So this is different from like the local guys because they needed more people in their actual gym. These were the people who had the big personal brands, and we were just slinging their info. So I started working with them, and that was like a fucking training camp. That's where I learned so much shit, and I was underpaid. I was totally underpaid, but I was working all the time. I was writing all of their copy. I was running all of their ads. I was building funnels. I was managing everything. And that is when I truly got really good at copywriting, marketing, and just understanding direct response marketing as a whole. And then I reached a point where I was like, okay, I could just do this with anybody who sells courses. I don't just have to work with basketball trainers. And that's where my Twitter personal brand came in. Because I was sharing what I was doing, and because I was networking with people and I looked like a credible person online, I was documenting my entire journey, I had all these connections and I knew all of these people who were selling online coaching and online courses. So I started to work with them. Same thing happens. I'm skilled. I can get people results because I've done so many things. I've worn so many different hats, and it's like impossible to not get better when you are just figuring shit out on the fly. That is how you accumulate all of these skills. So then after like 2.5 years in online business, everything came to a perfect storm. I had the Twitter audience, and that's how I started getting clients. I had the skill set that I'd built through running my other businesses, and then I could go and get them results, share that on Twitter more, go and get more clients, and that's how I scaled to 50K months completely alone with no team members, and then I brought on a couple team members, and that's what got me to 100K months. And the reason I am telling you all this is so you can see all of the twists and turns. Like imagine if I just sat there and I was like, I need to pick the best business model. I don't want to work with basketball trainers, they're too broke. Oh, I don't want to do videography, or info products is saturated, copywriting saturated. You can always find excuses. You can always find excuses why now isn't the best time to start, why a different business model is better than the other one. But if you just do that and you sit there and you're like, oh, I just need to pick the best business model, and once I do, once all of the stars align and everything just starts working in my favor, I will make money. You're fucking retarded and you deserve to be broke. I'm sorry, but I get it. I do understand this thought process because I was the same way. I wanted to map out every detail. I wanted to know, okay, this is like every business model that I started, I thought that was gonna be the one that made me millions. So even videography, I was like, this is my fucking thing. I was really good at it, bro, and I enjoyed editing. And I was like, I'm gonna do concert videos and music videos, and like I'm gonna become a famous videographer. I'd sold myself on that idea for like 6 months, and then I was like, wait, that sounds really fucking hard. Why don't I try a different business? And then I started the basketball trainer marketing agency, and I was like, this is my fucking thing, bro. This niche is totally unsaturated, and this is how I can really blow up and make millions of dollars. And again, it didn't work out the way that I planned it, but it led me to the next thing. And over time, the opportunities just started to accumulate along with my skill set, along with my network, and I ended up in this position when it almost feels like it all happened on accident, but it feels like that because I was just making progress. It doesn't matter what direction you're going in as long as you're fucking going forward, bro. And when you catch yourself not taking action because you're waiting for some perfect opportunity, remember this, please. Like I'm talking to the older version of myself. I wish I could have seen this video 8 years ago. This would have saved me a lot of fucking time. There's no perfect business model. There's no perfect opportunity. The perfect one is the one that you commit to and fully attack. And then you will learn the skills, you will get the assets, you will meet the right people to lead you to the next opportunity, and that one will be bigger and better than the last one. You just have to fucking trust yourself. That's really the key, and I think that's where the lack of action stems from. It's like, I don't trust myself enough. If I just start this thing, I don't know if I can figure it out. So I want to start the perfect thing because then it'll be easier. But again, that doesn't exist, and you have to just develop, not even develop, you have to jump before you're ready. You're not gonna feel good about it. It's not gonna feel easy. You're gonna feel like you're in over your head, and that is okay. Anyway, I have a gift for you. If you go to the description, you'll see a link for a free live class that I'm hosting with my boy Pierre. We're gonna show you all about the info product agency space. This is the business I'm currently running that I was just talking about. We're gonna show you step by step how to get started, how to actually become somebody who is skilled. It's not a business model. We are teaching you skills that will last you forever. Like, this is teaching you how to fish. It's not explaining some business model and we're giving you fish. We're showing you the best opportunity, because that doesn't fucking exist if you don't understand that by now. So go sign up. It'll be an absolute banger. I love you. Thanks for watching. Share this with your grandma. Like, subscribe, comment. Peace.